right. It says we're live, so I guess I'll believe the computer machine.
Yeah, I think we should believe it. Watch this. Look to the left, look to the right. All my eyes are on sight.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell that you made that up.
It's so witty.
We haven't been live in a fortnight, but we're not playing Fortnite.
Let's test these friends. You know what a fortnight is, the friends?
Yeah, it's a game. But do you know how many days a fortnight is back before the game? It's the first quiz of the night.
Let's see if somebody gets it. We're not going to give the answer. We're going to see if they can guess around.
Hey, Amanda. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for showing up.
Hello, Amanda. Salute. Hey, it's K-Rod.
Our buddy K-Rod. It's
Hello.
been a minute, friends. We said, you know what? Tonight's the night we're coming back live because we miss hanging out with the live party friends.
With the live crew.
The live crowd.
I was going to try to rhyme some more, and I did not.
How's everybody doing tonight? We are coming from the chilly north of Canada. And it's not too bad right now. It's about typical fall weather. It's pretty nice.
It's pretty nice, actually. Hey, Miss Yasmina.
Hey, all our friends remembered that we still exist, and they're all coming back live.
We're alive, and we're live.
How you guys doing tonight? Let us know where you're coming from, where your head's at, how you're doing in life, how you're doing with your workouts, your weight loss, or your food. We're ready to talk about anything you guys want to ask. It doesn't even have to be anything related to our channel. We're here to party, hang out with you guys, so ask away. Oh yeah, let us know. We haven't done this in a while, so let us know if you can hear us and see us okay. If one of our friends in the chat could let us know, that would be wonderful.
Hey, you know what?
What?
You're very cute.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks for not embarrassing me live on the internet for the entire world to see. That was really nice of you.
Only a few people are going to see this anyway. It's not the whole internet.
Only a couple people here and there.
Make this face. I didn't think you were going to do it.
This is like a novelty because we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, this is awesome.
We do go live on our Instagram once in a while, though. So if you're not following us on Instagram, it's over there somewhere or over there.
Do it and do it now.
Like it up on Facebook too, the COLLETS.
Yeah, because sometimes we go live and sometimes we go live early in the morning.
Thank you.
Thank you, K-Rod.
Thank you, K-Rod.
Letting us know. Hello, Tara. Cold, hungry, and tired.
You're batting 1,000, Tara. You're batting 1,000.
You're hungry. We're hungry for life.
We are just getting over the flu or a cold or whatever kind of bug it is, but it's that time of year in Canada. As soon as the weather changes, like, I don't know if you American friends know, but our Thanksgiving in Canada falls always in October. So it's like a month earlier than you guys. But I can remember my entire life, I'm usually in some form of flu during Thanksgiving in Canada in October. I don't know what it is. The wind changes and I get the flu. It wasn't like it knocked us out for a little bit, but we still kept pushing through. We took a couple days off. 4
or 5 days we were really, well, I was really sick. And Kyle, it didn't hit you as hard, but it hit you pretty hard.
But it's lingering. You know when you you feel okay, like we worked out tonight, we're doing our thing, we're working, we're giving her, but you just got something that's not right. Like just a little bit of stuffed nose and that, but it's all right. We're working through it.
Almost gone. Just say a quick hello, Nerd versus Fat. Said he's just dropping by to say hello. And he's got to get to bed for an early day. Thank you for stopping in. We really appreciate that.
We appreciate all you guys stopping in. Everybody in the chat room, hit that like button. It really helps the live stream out. If you hit the like, it lets other friends know that we're live, because sometimes YouTube can be a little tricky with the notifications and letting you guys know. You guys tell us sometimes that YouTube doesn't let you know right away. So if you hit the thumbs up, it pushes the video out to more friends.
Yeah, so please do it, or else you'll get this weird face.
All right, settle down. It's still early. Hey, Kay, Melissa, Kanisa, and Tiffany says you guys are literally inspiration because of y'all I made a life change and I'm down 70 pounds.
Wow.
Whoa.
Thumbs
Tiffany.
up. That's awesome.
Good for you.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah, Tara, quitting smoking is like the worst decision of your life. You're going to get sick all the time now. No, just kidding. That's great. Good for you. But you know what the funny thing is, Tara? You said like you're getting sick now that you quit smoking. We were just talking about this the other day. Our bodies, when we were bigger, yes, we had massive health problems, but also what was kind of funny and kind of disheartening at the time, but looking back at it now, we know why it happened. When we started to lose weight, change our body, change the shape of our body, changed the movements of our body yelled at us in many, many ways with our back, our knees. We had tons of problems and we're like, we're getting healthy. What the heck's going on?
Yeah, you're like, I thought that being heavy, you're unhealthy. And now we're getting, yeah, we were. But then we started to get all these problems. But I mean, we were talking about this, and really what it is you're moving your body more, you're doing more because you're able to do more, and you don't even realize it because it used to be so hard to move your body before. So you're moving your body in ways it's not used to, and it's going to yell a little bit, but it'll eventually settle down.
Cheers, boys and girls.
Hey, me too. He didn't cheers his own wife. Oh.
I left you hanging.
Oh, no. Okay,
Are you happy now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We can go on with the show now that Nicole's happy.
I dripped all over myself.
It's not the first time, and it won't be the last time. So we were talking about why are we getting back 6 years ago when we changed our body and lost, a bunch of weight. We were getting a lot of physical problems. We were talking about it yesterday. We, like Nicole was saying, we're now able to walk, do cardio, do like up and down body exercises, lift weights. Our body was literally used to sitting on the going to work, sitting on the couch and passing out in bed. And that's all the physical activity it did. So of course we were like, of course it's going to get some problems when we start moving.
Yeah, it's like
our body's not, it's like you leave your old Buick in the garage for 30 years and then you're like, one day you wake up and you're like, I'm going to take her for a spin, but not just a normal spin. I'm going to go around the racetrack. You're going to get rusty problems.
Yeah.
Rusty joints.
But your body, it does eventually say, okay, now I know what you're doing. Now I'll respond better.
Rusty spines, rusty knees. You know what? Actually, still to this day, we have certain things. We like to say that our elbows, our knees, or certain things yell at us when we do something we probably shouldn't be doing. Like, I had an epiphany that I was going to become a jogger at one point. Actually, at several points along our weight loss journey, I was like, I'm going to be a jogger now. I'm going to run long distances.
Yeah, no.
Then my knees reminded me. They said, hey, buddy up there, we were like carrying 400 pounds for years, and you're not going to be a runner. So
yeah,
we're just letting you know that we're here and we're not happy with the running. So stop it, knock it off.
My body rebelled for weeks. I had to go to the chiropractor and get extra massage therapy because I threw my hip out of place. My knee started swelling back up the way it used to. And I had to rehab it. It took me a good month and a half to rehab it. So I learned my body, it does, me and running, we don't mix.
So guys, ask away. We're here to answer any of your questions about any topic. It can be about weight loss, weightlifting, food, meal prep, whatever you guys want to talk about. It can be also anything about life, anything you want to know about us, or we're pretty open. We're like open books. Open weird books.
We were just talking about this. It's like a happy story but a sad story all at the same time.
Well, your face is telling me it's all sad. So.
Well, because my baby's growing up. Oh. And my baby, I mean the dog. Does any of you out there have a dog who, when he was little, obviously when they're little, they need you more. But now Hank is 10 and when we come home from the gym at night now, like he used to love us as soon as we would get home. Now he just lays on the couch and stares at us.
He's an old man. What do you expect?
And he doesn't even come to love us. And I go, hello, Nunny Bear. And he doesn't even, I sometimes call him Nunny, and he doesn't even come. He just looks at me like, mother.
You know what? We're happy that Hank is so independent and strong, but
Yeah.
it's kind of sad when your son is older than you are. And also,
Yeah, and he doesn't need you anymore.
He only basically only comes to us now when he needs to eat or he needs to go outside.
But though the one thing is he's very empathetic.
Yeah.
And when we were sick, especially when I was sick, he followed me around everywhere I went, and he didn't leave my side the whole time, and he slept with me when I was resting. He followed me around. He was always sitting there watching me. And once I got better, then he went back to the couch and just stared at me funny, but he was there.
You know, when I never had a pet dog before, and one of the first times I realized that they were pretty special things is when Nicole, I think you sprained your ankle.
Yeah.
And Hank was glued to Nicole for the whole like week that you were knocked out. He also was licking her ankle to try to make it feel better. And that's when I realized like this little guy's a little bit different than most. And I'm sure you guys have pets or dogs or cats that are very intuitive and very connected to your mind or your feelings or your emotions at any time. And yeah, that's when I first realized that this is a special little thing here.
Yeah, he sure is special. Hey, we got Kay says her cat is the opposite. He wants her more now. So more now that he's older, Kay? And
More dependent.
that's interesting. You know, because I know cats, like I've never owned a cat, but I know they're pretty independent creatures. So that's kind of cool that he wants to be your bud. Yeah. Hank loves us all day usually. It's just when we come home from the gym is like, okay, I've had enough of you guys.
All right, Amanda, are you Italian? I'll let Nicole try to pronounce your last name.
Francisconi? That's how I would say it.
Whoa,
I don't
you nailed it.
I don't know if that's right.
For anybody that doesn't know, this one's Sicilian, so.
Yeah. And I like panettone.
And you showed me, what are those the round desserts?
Cannoli.
Cannolis. I love cannolis.
Oh, cannoli's so good.
Okay.
So she asked a question.
Amanda asks, do you
Her husband is Italian.
Oh, cool.
Is
cool.
that, did I pronounce it right, Amanda?
No, you did not.
Oh, we're gonna
Do
find
you
out.
recommend boosting calories for a while?
Sorry, I pronounced it right.
Fist bump, virtual fist bump.
Okay.
Do you recommend boosting calories for a while, then dropping them to jumpstart weight loss during a plateau?
Okay. Do you recommend, sorry, I got to read that again to process that. Do you recommend boosting your calories and then when you hit a plateau, dropping?
Or just randomly, do you recommend boosting calories for a while, then dropping them to jumpstart? You can do either or, actually.
Yeah, whatever you think. What we did was we ate, I think we were eating like 7 or 8 servings of carbs when we first started because we had a lot of weight to lose.
And that at the beginning was working like gangbusters.
Yes. And then once we started slowing down, then we slowly started weaning, would that be the right word? Weaning.
Just lowering them slowly.
Lowering them, yeah. That's a better word. So you can do it either way. Or even sometimes not even changing the amount of calories, but changing the foods that you're eating. Like for example, we threw in a different meal this week than we normally have, and our bodies in the gym responded ridiculous. Like our muscles, we were feeling our workout so much more this week. We felt leaner and we felt like we were making muscle gains, and that was all by just switching some of the food that we were eating. So that could also kickstart your plateau too.
The main thing you want to do, Amanda, is always be throwing curveballs, if I can give you a baseball analogy. So what a curveball means and what it does is our bodies like to be where they're at. So it doesn't matter where you're at. Our bodies get very used to that. The problem with that is our bodies are efficient. So let's say you're doing a certain amount of exercise and you always do your, whatever, 15-minute walk every single day. You also eat your 1,500 calories or 2,000 calories every single day and you don't ever have a change. The problem with that is our bodies get efficient. So over time, like let's say 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, they don't need to burn as many calories anymore to sustain whatever you're eating or doing. So they actually start to maintain. That's why it's called like a plateau. They start to maintain instead of drop. It gets used to the food and the exercise. We're always switching up our routines. We're always switching up our food. And not always, but you want to give things a chance as well. Like
everyone's
like 3, you want to at least, the minimum time you should try something new is about 3 weeks.
Yeah, like every 2 or 3 weeks, like in the gym, Kyle and I, we might not change up the exercises that we're doing, but we might change up the weight. We might go more weight, less reps, or less weight, more reps. Or we might change up the exercise that we do first. Any little thing that your body isn't used to will shock it because it's not used to it, and it should initiate a change in whatever you've hit, a plateau in weight loss or muscle building or whatever it is that you're doing.
Yeah, I hope that helps a bit, and hope that made sense, kind of jumbly, but I hope it made sense. Stephanie Graham says, during your first month of your lifestyle change, what exercise did you do and how often? So basically, we were so big and so out of shape, so many health problems that we caused ourselves. We could only walk very slow. I would say 10 to 15 minutes max every day. Sometimes we could only go a minute, 2 minutes at a time before I had to stop. My legs and my calves actually would cramp up so bad I had to stop, and we had to sit under trees and stop on bridges and look for seats, places. Like, we were in rough shape.
We would literally just sit on the ground or the sidewalk, wherever we were.
The first month led into the second month, and it was just building on what we could do. And what we could do basically was walk very slowly, and that's where we started. Mm-hmm. And it built from there, and now we're doing it. We're doing every single day, fasted cardio, 20 to 35 to 40 minutes, and doing pretty heavy, intense weight training on top of that. So wherever you're at, it's cool because you just keep building on that.
Exactly. And I mean, we've come from almost 300 and 400 pounds. Again, like Kyle said, I had to stop too. If it wasn't him saying I have to stop, it would be me, because I had plantar fasciitis really bad and I could barely walk. And we would literally 2 minutes, we had to stop. But eventually the 2 minutes led to 5 and then 10. And then before we knew it, we were walking the whole way without having to stop. So just start really slow and make slow changes, and you'll start getting results.
You kind of eventually you look back and you surprise yourself. You'll be flying around the block in no time. If that's something you like to do. If you like to dance, dance. If you like to clean. If you like to cook.
Play with your kids.
Kids, walk the dog.
Hey, I seen K-Rod up there. You got some Italian? Yeah.
K-Rod did a DNA test and he's 1% Italian. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now you got to eat cannolis, K-Rod. They're good.
And then you can say, holy cannoli.
Okay, so
K-Rod's a part of the Italian clan now.
Yeah.
He's in. Yes. Even though I'm not. I don't think I have any Italian. I'm like German, Scottish, I think a mix of more European countries.
But you hang with me, so you can be considered Italian. You can come in the game.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, we've got a PCOS question.
Yeah. For someone with PCOS, should we be eating less servings of the food guide or what it recommends? I started with what it recommended. That was like 7 or 8 servings. What you eat in terms of carbs, though, is all low glycemic foods. That's what I did. So I ate sweet potatoes, I ate potatoes, but I ate the ones that had the red skin because they're lower glycemic. I ate oats, whole grain rice, whole grain bread, didn't lower the carbs at all. At the very beginning, I knew that if I lowered the carbs, I wouldn't be successful. So I just basically researched all the low glycemic foods, carbs that were good for PCOS, and I went and I ate like that.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps.
Sweet tea lady says, can you guys talk about your workout routine and how long do you do cardio and weight training? I'll handle that one.
Yeah, you can handle this.
So Nicole does a recumbent bike in the morning for fasted cardio because it is much easier on your knees, right?
Yeah.
Now, you do about 20 minutes usually?
I do 20 minutes at a little bit more than moderate, where I'm really sweaty, but I can still hold a conversation, but I'm breathing heavy.
But you're by yourself, so you don't talk to yourself, or do you?
Sometimes I talk to myself. Sometimes I go live on Instagram and talk to the friends. Hello.
Oh yeah, we have friends.
But I also sometimes walk with Kyle, just depending on our work schedules. Usually I'm up really early, so I just go on the bike because it's too dark to go by myself.
So we both do fasted cardio every morning. I do about 20 to 35 minutes. Sometimes I do incline on the treadmill. I like walking, so and I believe that slow, steady state cardio burns a lot of fat, and I like to sweat, and Nicole does too. So usually we have our hoodies on, we're rocking out to some music, we're watching YouTube videos. We're
sometimes reading on the bike.
Sometimes we'll read. Yeah. So 7 days a week, fasted cardio, anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. And we weight train 4 to 5 times a week for like an hour and a half ish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't really like time it or anything. We kind of just go in there, and if we're feeling it, we keep going. And if we're starting to get a little draggy, then we give it our all and then just go home. There's no real set time, but that's sort of average. So we've got Miss Tara. How did you discover all of your meals and snacks you prep? Starting out with no idea. How did you discover tuna and mustard with veggies? Having a hard time finding things I like. We started with
hitting
everything
our face against the sidewalk because we failed so many times. And
That's
things
true.
tasted so gross.
Yes, we were scared of everything. We were having a hard time finding foods we like, which is why in the very beginning, we didn't change any of the foods that we were eating. We just changed the portion sizes, and we meal prepped that stuff. We liked pizza, so we made lower carb, lower fat version of mini pizzas, that kind of thing. Eventually, as we started becoming more and more successful, we started getting confident enough to try new things and to encourage ourselves to try new things even though they were scary. And that's how we started going, okay, let's try tuna. Not so crazy about eating it with mayo every single day, the light mayo. What can we do to change it? Hey, let's add mustard, or let's add relish, or let's add pickles and see what it does.
And we actually, Tara asked that. We actually just put out a video yesterday about explaining about
our favorite foods.
Our favorite foods, the basic foods. And we also went into like all the thousands of things that you can do with each of these basic foods. And we just put out, maybe it was today, or
I think it was today.
It was actually this morning, or earlier in the day. So check out that video. It gives you basically an idea of our mindset as we started, and also like how we evolved each plain thing, from where we took yogurt from, berries to cocoa powder to smoothies to pancakes. So yeah, that video goes over all that stuff.
You can pretty much take any food, even one that scares you, like if you're having a hard time with a certain food, you can pretty much transform it into anything, especially with all of the low calorie, low sugar, low carb foods and sweeteners and spices and stuff that they have now. You can pretty much transform anything into something that you'll like. And Kyle's right, that video will give you sort of like the basics and give you some ideas as to what you can make with basic foods.
So Evelyn, it sounds like you're basically where we were at. You're almost 300 pounds, very stiff joints from lack of use. That's exactly where we were. How did you start moving again? And where do I start? So we just were talking about that. We literally did what we knew, which was basically nothing. We're like, let's see how much we can move. Okay, that hurts not very much. Let's go for a walk. Okay, I can't walk that far. We did 5 minutes at a time, 2 minutes at a time. We start walking. And diet is king. Diet is always king. So everybody wants to focus on exercise. In the beginning, it is actually carried out through the rest of your weight loss journey. Diet will always rule. If your diet's on point, you can pretty much do whatever you like for exercise. If you're eating clean enough and eating properly for your body and your goals, you can do what you like for exercise. But our advice of what we did was just start walking, and it was very slow, very short, but that's how we started.
Another thing that you can do is during a commercial break, when you're sitting on the couch, if you are watching TV or something like that, or even if you're just sitting in a chair, just start doing some slow things. Stand up and sit back down, because when we were heavy, that was a lot of work. The more you do that, the more stamina you build, and you're actually exercising and moving your body, and that will get your body used to moving again in ways that it wasn't before. You can also do little leg lifts, like put both your legs out at the same time, hold it for 1 second, put them back down, raise them again, hold them for 2 seconds, and sort of just keep going like that. Work your way up to like 15 seconds. You can sort of do some like movements with your arms when you're sitting. Just start getting your body in the habit of moving. And like Kyle said, we started out what would be a 15-minute walk for us now took us like 45 minutes, because we literally would walk for 2 minutes and one of us would say, I can't go anymore. We have to stop. We were stopping. We were, like I said, we were sitting on the sidewalk. We were sitting on hills, on grass. We were pausing on bridges.
Yeah, it was bad.
We were sometimes holding each other up or holding on to each other. And
Nicole would
give me
piggybacks up and down hills. She'd carry me up the stairs to bed. Me and Hank were on Nicole's back, and she would just carry us both beast up the stairs
with just one arm. I would carry him.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Thank you for joining the live stream. We appreciate it so much. If everyone in here can smash that like button, it really helps push out the video so more friends can join the party. We love your guys' questions. Keep them coming. This is awesome. This is what we wanted. This is why we're coming back to the live stream, because
we missed you guys.
Yeah, we missed you guys.
Silly gooses.
Hey, Amanda is German and Scottish too.
Hey.
That's cool.
And she says that you must just be attracted to Italians.
How can you not, right?
Italians are cool, and they like spaghetti.
And they got big brown eyes like those.
You can make them bigger, though.
Okay, we're not trying to scare people away here, right? Yeah, red skin potatoes are great. And when we found out that they were lower glycemic, we're like, oh yeah, we're on board.
Sometimes I just want to do this because he's so cute. I Am Magical says, it's awesome that you guys are so supportive of each other. Seriously though, do you guys ever just look at someone who's so cute and you just want to nose them like that?
No, I've literally never thought that or done that in my entire life.
Someone out there, they knows people.
They knows people?
Yeah, knows. I made that
Anybody that thinks that Nicole's whole thing on our channel is an act, this is live and this is how she is. And she's a morning. Let's get this straight. Okay. I don't know if this is an Italian thing too, but I'm a night person, a night owl, a night hawk. She's definitely a morning person. She wakes up like this and goes to bed like this. I don't know when she winds down, but I've never seen it, and I've been married to her for a long time, and we've been together for a long time, and she's like this all the time.
Well, but when my head hits the pillow, I go like.
Sometimes you fall over and go to sleep.
Then I nanny. Okay. I Am Magical says, It's awesome that you guys are so supportive of each other. That makes a big difference. I'm struggling with depression, back and forth diet, and then weight gain. I need encouragement. Well, you have come to the right place because Kyle and I were there too, and we totally get where you are. We have been where you are. We were literally at the bottom of the barrel, and like we had no idea
Magical,
if we were getting out.
You're talking to two people that have struggled with eating disorders, depression. Massive anxiety. We still, and the thing is, Magical, like, you're not, even though you may think you're a weirdo, you're not, because
And
like
you're not alone.
you're not alone. There's so many people struggling with it. And the funny thing is, you think that like we had these ideas in our head that when we lost the weight,
that everything was going to
everything would be perfect. It's still like, it's a daily, not a struggle, but it's a daily, like, you have to work on yourself continuously. So
and challenge your head all the time.
We say that like not to make you more sad, but just to let you know that we still have problems too. Like, you're just human, so don't beat yourself up so much, you know, or think you're isolated or alone in these things. Like, me and Nicole are real people. We still struggle, and we found out, yes, it's awesome to lose the weight. You feel healthier, but the anxiety and the mental game, you always have to be working on self-improvement, self-love, taking time for yourself, being gentle on yourself, but also calling, you know, looking yourself in the mirror and being honest with yourself. It's a whole process, right?
And also praising yourself for even the littlest things that you do. Don't neglect the small little changes that you're making that are positive to yourself. And just know, you know, I Am Magical, we started this channel because we came from there, and we really wanted to help and reach out to people that are going through that kind of thing just like you are. Just know, no matter what, you are not alone. This channel is always here for you. We're always here for you. All of the friends on here right now, all of the friends that comment, that like the videos, that are watching the videos, we are all in this together, and we're all helping each other. Even when we're not physically there helping you, we're all here. We're all thinking of each other and encouraging each other. So just know you will get through it. There will be a light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to believe that you are worth seeing that light, and keep working and keep coming here and keep talking to people, and you will do it.
Magical, the fact, we already know that you're a fighter. Because the fact that you're even online searching for self-improvement, searching for weight loss, being here watching this live stream, it shows you have something within you, in your spirit, in your heart, in your mind, that wants to be better, that's fighting and striving to be better. And that already shows us that you're a fighter, and you're going to win in the end, because you're never going to give up. You may think you're low, and you may be in a low spot, and you may be, you know, having a lot of negative thoughts run through your head, but give yourself credit for what you're doing right now. You went online and you're looking up ways to become a better person, and that's what matters. And
it
we
really
salute
is.
you for that, and we give you 5 fist bumps for that.
And actually, that was what I was talking about in not forgetting to give yourself praise for the little things that you're doing, because you might not think that that is anything magical, but coming on here, like Kyle said, that is huge. So praise yourself for that. That is one step that a lot of people are too scared to take, and you did it. So that shows that you do believe in yourself, and you are going to pull yourself out of it.
And just know, like, me and Nicole have been in some dark places too. And
Yes.
if we don't watch it now, our minds can slip back to those places very quickly. We just have to, like, realign ourselves. Get ourselves around positive people again, which, yes, we have you guys as awesome support. We read all your comments. We have each other. We have our little son, Hank, that reminds us to get back in the moment. When we're worrying about crazy stuff that doesn't matter, Hank's here to tell us that, hey, I need to go outside. I need to eat. I need to play with you guys. I need to lick your face. I need to be tucked into the bed because these covers won't lift themselves.
Yes, yeah. Even if it's, 2 in the morning and we're sleeping and he got hot and got out of the covers, no, you need to let him back in. Because he'll stare at you until you do.
Hank says, hey, I need to kick you in the middle of the night in the neck. And also, your neck, I've found over my 10 years of being on this earth, is the best place for me to sleep at night. On your neck.
Wait, what about on my head sometimes?
If you get up and go to the bathroom during the middle of the night,
he takes your spot.
Your pillow is gone. It's Hank's now. Your pillow is not your pillow anymore. That's his, and it's over. And don't even try to move a 20-pound dog in the middle of the night when he's sleeping, because he feels like he's 800 pounds when you try to move a smelly sleeping fur ball with bones and skin. It feels like it's like 1,000 pounds.
Yeah, he does.
So I don't know where we went there, but we went somewhere.
Well, they like it.
Hey, Enza, Gina.
Enza, hello. So we missed quite a few thingies.
Hey, Gina's in Jamaica. We want to go because it's cold. It's cold here in Canada.
Hey, I bet that would be nice and lovely and warm and beautiful. So Miss or Mr. Black Lotus said, "Do you have any advice for someone who eats at night?"
That used to be us.
That was us. We ate at night all the time. And I kind of feel from hearing other people that a lot of people do eat at night. And first, what the tip would be is think about why you're eating at night. Most people do it because, well, it could be a stressful day. You're tired. You're finally slowing down, and now everything is sort of rushing to you and you don't know what to do or how to deal with it, so you choose food instead. What we found, what we did that worked, and it might sound silly, but this is what we did. We made notes and we stuck them on all the places that we would eat. So the pantry, the fridge, your placemat, if you eat by the TV, anywhere where you eat or look for food, in your car, wherever, we put notes saying, are you hungry? Why are you eating? If you're not hungry, why do you think you're eating? Are you tired? Are you bored? Are you stressed? Once you figure that out, if you're really hungry, find out what you really want and give it to yourself. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's a cookie, give yourself a cookie. If it's steak, give yourself steak. But if you listen to your body and you're not actually hungry, that's when you start having to do the work of, why am I wanting to eat?
And like Nicole said, like, the good thing is you're human, and the good thing is, like, there's millions of people that have been where you're at, and like Nicole said, a lot of people eat at night. Our minds race at night, and that's very uncomfortable. So a lot of us that are emotional eaters, like me and Nicole, or I don't know if you are, you might be, you might not be. Most of us that are overweight have emotional eating problems. And at night is the worst because our brains as humans race at night. I'm not entirely sure why, but they do. And we need, like, don't just, like Nicole said, don't just think about why you're eating. And I fought this for so many years. Literally write down the question, why am I eating, on a sticky note and stick it to the fridge.
And everywhere you eat. We had notes all over the house. Seriously, all over the house. On mirrors, in the car, in the fridge I had one. In the cupboard, on the cupboard, everywhere.
You have to basically, you're stuck in a loop where a lot of us were stuck. You're stuck in an endless loop of doing things that you're not quite happy with and you're not really proud of yourself for doing, and you'd like to stop this negative pattern, but you don't know how. This is a kind of a trick. It's like a mental trick to break that. In the minute, like, literally stick it on the fridge and literally take a pen out, write down why you're eating right now. And I don't care if it's for emotional reasons. Be honest with yourself.
Yes, that's the first step.
If you go to the fridge, it's 10 o'clock at night, and you know that you don't actually need the food, but you're going to eat, get a pen and write down, I'm eating today because my boss was mean to me.
And
because
even
in the act of writing it down, in that minute, it immediately changes your mind from the loop. It gets it into a more present, positive direction.
even if you still eat after you acknowledge why you're eating, that's okay. That's another step. We did that too. Even if you bypass the note, but you actually have the note there, that's a step. And those are all steps. You're not going to nail it right away. You might put the sticky notes down and ignore them for a while, but eventually when you're ready, you will start looking at them. You'll start doing what Kyle says and writing it down. Then I have another tip for you. Make a list of things that you can do instead of eating. Because in the very beginning, if you are an emotional eater and you're learning how to deal with those things, you still need something to distract yourself. So make a list of things that you enjoy doing. A lot of people, like myself, needed to keep their hands busy. A trick, if you're a female or even if you're not, you just want to try this out, paint your nails, because when they're wet, you literally can't eat because you'll get nail polish all over, and nail polish doesn't taste very good. I know because I ate anyway, even with wet nails, but it's a trick. It slows you down. Do something you love. I had a list of about 10 things, and that way I had backups if I didn't feel like doing one thing. Reading, take a bath, call a friend, text a friend.
Smell your dog.
Smell your dog. Whatever, pet your dog, listen to music, whatever it is. A lot of people, when I was healing from my eating disorder, a lot of people would knit because it kept their hands busy. And it was sort of like, once you get good at it, it was like a mindless distraction, but it was a good distraction until you were ready to deal with things. So sorry, I kind of went on a tangent-y thing there, but make a list. That's another thing, because if you're not quite ready to look at the sticky notes on your fridge yet, you'll at least be ready to go, okay, I know that I'm wanting to eat because and it's not because I'm hungry, it's because of this, but I'm not ready to deal with it. So go to your list and do something off your list.
Yeah. We have to start to learn how to rewire our brains, because food can be, it seems like it can be a cure-all. It seems like it can, medicate you, make you feel better when you're sad. We celebrate with food. When we have family events and everybody's happy, we're eating. When you're sad and alone, you're eating. So we have to rewire our brains to know that we can do certain activities that also bring us pleasure. Like, I guarantee you have hobbies or you have ideas in your head that are happy and positive. Mm-hmm. And we have to start aligning, like, this is also a positive, soothing thing for my mind and my body that doesn't involve food. And like Nicole, spending time, getting present and spending time with your dog, or even if it's in the beginning, you do need that distraction. And it's not like we're trying to escape reality. It's just to get your train of thought off that endless loop. So
yes, it's bridging the gap until you're getting
ready. It's October. If you like scary movies, watch that, with your partner, or watch it by yourself, or play video games, or something else that you really, whatever it is, reading, whatever it is you like, have that, list so that you're ready to go. Like, okay, even if I'm still going to eat after, let me try playing video games or reading for a little bit and see if that change, and then come back and say, okay, did that change my mindset? That time in between, you'll often find that you make a different decision after that time.
Yeah, exactly. Enza just had another good idea, and this is perfect. Brush your teeth, because we all know that eating after you just brush your teeth is gross. It tastes yucky.
Yeah, it makes orange juice taste weird, even though I don't drink orange juice.
And apple juice. Chew gum. Keep your mouth occupied by chewing gum.
And eventually you will learn that, like, okay, eventually you'll come, like, we're at a place now where we try not to have distractions, but in the beginning, a distraction to get you to a healthier place is like, yeah, it bridges the gap. It gets you to the next destination, to the next step on your journey and moving up, right?
And I also just want to add this one thing. Kyle mentioned that we eat, we celebrate with food. We eat when we're sad. Those things are all normal. It's when we abuse those things and do it you know, to the point where it's making us sick or overweight. And that's where Kyle and I got to, where now, I mean, you see us on our cheat days, we're extremely happy for food, and that's okay because we've gotten rid of the guilt now and we're allowing ourselves to eat. So the thing is, if you can't just not eat anymore, like you can't just take away the eating, like you still need to give yourself a time where you have a treat or two. So don't just totally take away the eating, plan it. Because, you know, normally, and I see a lot of comments on here right now where people are doing it and it's not planned. It's just like, oh, it's nighttime, I'm bored, or I just ate dinner and I have a sweet tooth craving or whatever. Plan it out. Like we plan ours for Saturday. Plan a time when you're going to have a treat. That also helps in the long run prevent that needing to eat when you're not actually hungry, because you're not denying yourself. You're giving yourself a time to eat treats. Does that make sense?
That's actually a really good point, and I'm glad you brought that up because that's a huge part of it all.
And that was the key we were missing, and that's actually the whole basis and reason for this channel is what we learned. The biggest thing we learned is that if you take away treats or feel guilty about eating and liking food, you will never succeed. And that's why we kept failing and failing and failing. Once we realized, hey, we like food, why don't we stop feeling guilty about liking food? That was when it clicked. And we didn't, once we planned treats and we got over the guilt of liking food, we stopped needing to eat it when we weren't hungry anymore.
I'm not the biggest fan of tomato soup. Like, it's not something that occupies my brain or my mindset 24 hours a day. Tomato soup. Let's say somebody came along or government passed a law. I'm no longer allowed to ever touch, look at, or smell or eat tomato soup. Guess what's going to happen in my head? I am going to crave tomato soup like it's nobody's business.
All the time.
Right?
That's a really good point. Yes. If you tell yourself no, just think about a child. If you tell a child, don't climb on the table, what are they going to, they're going to be climbing on the table, hanging upside down on it, doing flips on it. You know, you tell a child, oh, don't do that. It's not good. They're immediately going to do it. Don't eat too much candy. They're shoving their face with candy. If you tell somebody don't do something, it's the first thing they're going to do. So if you're telling yourself all the time, you can't eat food, it's bad. You can't eat cookies, they're bad. They're not good for you. They're going to make you fat. Whatever you think, you're going to want to eat them more and you're going to eat way more of them.
And let's be honest, we're just big kids, so we still deal with a lot of the same stuff. It's changed a little bit, but the mindsets are the same. As soon as somebody tells me I can't have something or do something, guess what? I want it 10 times more.
So let's do about 5 more minutes, the friends.
That sounds good.
And then we're going to have a jolly old day because tomorrow is Friday.
Yeah, we're excited for cheat day. If there's any more, last minute questions or anything you guys want to get out there, we're going to do like 5 more minutes. So ask away. It can be any topic. Anything you guys want to know. And
I really love, I noticed that everybody is helping each other out in the comments. Like, this is what we love about the live stream and about you guys and about our channel, is that it's not just about us. This is about everyone, and we are a community. And that when you come here or when you comment on our YouTube channel or you go on our Instagram, there is no judgment. No one's judging anyone. Everyone just wants the best for everyone. And I just want to give everyone props who are talking to each other and giving each other ideas and, just relating to each other.
And like, K-Rod's the OG of our chat room, of our live streams.
Yeah.
We love it, K-Rod. He's always supportive, and you guys all are very supportive, and that's what we need. We're a team. We're all in this together. Like K-Rod said, he's been there. We know a bit of his backstory. Me and Nicole have been there. You guys are all in different stages of your life, but we're all in the same boat. We all struggle with weight, emotional eating, and we're sitting here successful and growing and getting better and better all the time. So we're here to help and share so that you guys don't have to hit the pitfalls. Exactly. Gina wants to know if she can eat anything in small portions. Well, that's hard to answer because we don't know really anything about you. But
general.
Gina, go with this based on your goals. So what do you want? Like, are you just wanting to lose weight? Are you wanting to be a bodybuilder? Are you wanting to be a marathon runner, an Olympic swimmer? It's going to all depend. In the beginning, me and Nicole just needed to get the weight off. So we were still having treats, but we were having it once a day, maybe just a small, very portioned 2 cookies or half a cup ice cream once a day. And
it was generally lower sugar, lower fat, lower carb treats that we were eating. You can, like, in the beginning, literally, we didn't change much. We just portioned our food. But what we did was we sort of healthified. So if we liked pizza, for example, we used to make mini pizzas on English muffins, but we would use the whole wheat English muffins, light cheese, turkey pepperoni, and then we would add some veggies, mushrooms, whatever you like. And then we would go get fries, but we would get the low fat kind, and we would literally count out the number of fries. And I remember it was 12 for a serving, and we ate literally 12 French fries.
That's the thing, Gina. If you believe that it's going to be a struggle and hard, it will be a struggle. If you start to look at things in a more positive way, the back of every package at the grocery store tells you what a serving is. Start right there. Eat whatever it is you're eating right now and start to look, just to be aware of the portion sizes. And right on the back of every container or every bag, it's going to tell you half a cup is a serving of this, or 17 chips is this potato chip is 17 chips. So just be aware that what you were taking in before, like we were eating, 2, 3, 4 servings, 5 servings of ice cream every day. We still ate ice cream, but we looked at the back of the package. It said, okay, half a cup is a serving. That's what we started with. So just be what you are, which is a simple human being, and just sometimes just follow logic. Eat what you're eating now, just eat a little bit less of it, and start to be aware of serving sizes, because that was really a light bulb moment of how much pasta we were eating, how much pizza we were eating versus what the serving size actually is.
When you see a portion, you're like, whoa, I was eating way more than this. But you also look at a portion and you go, okay, this is a lot more than I thought it would be. So Gina, don't get discouraged. What we tend to do, and Kyle and I did it, is you overcomplicate it. You get so overwhelmed. So just like Kyle said, eat what you're eating now, but portion it. Go by the serving sizes on the back of the packages. So, for instance, if you like peanut butter and toast, serving size for bread is 1 slice usually. So have 2 slices of bread and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. And that could be a breakfast paired with, half a cup of fruit.
We want you guys to win. We want you guys to be successful. And we want to, on our channel, in this space, in our social media space, we want to push forth the idea that it doesn't have to be an insanity, like crazy town vibe that the fitness magazines or that, celebrity trainers give you, or the new fad diet that's hitting, the social media or the internet. It doesn't have to be that complicated. And you're talking and looking at 2 people. We're not just giving you advice like, hey, try portion control. Hey, stay with the, just keep eating what you're eating, but eat less. We did that for years and years and years, and it worked. And it worked big time. And that's what we want to push and share with you. Yes, we sell an ebook that shows our exact diet. We don't want you to need that book. We don't want you to.
We are giving it to you.
We don't want you to need to, buy tons of stuff or equipment or fancy home gyms or join a class or whatever. We share with you our full days of eating on YouTube for free.
You can do it with what you have.
You can do it with whoever you are, and whatever you're doing right now is okay. Sometimes you just make a small tweak to your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, your snacks, or a small tweak, and that builds to the next one.
Exactly. So there's 2 questions I want to answer before we go. And hello, Miss Lisa Vickroy. Welcome.
Kay says pasta.
That's the one I want to answer.
Kay says, is pasta measured dry or cooked? It's cooked.
We measure it cooked.
Because that's what you eat.
And we used to do 2 servings, which is half a cup is a serving. So we would do 1 cup of pasta. So
in general, just use your common sense. So if you're wondering, do I measure this cooked or uncooked? Well, you eat the cooked part, right? So measure that. It's always safer to measure it cooked. Then you at least know I'm ingesting, the correct portion, because that's what I eat. I don't eat it uncooked, right?
That's a really good point, Mr. Cutie. I just want to, we'll answer one more question. And Jessica Ray, this is a good question. Do you suggest eating even if you aren't hungry just to reach a minimum calorie? I don't have a very big appetite and have to force food to even get in 1,200 calories sometimes. So we did not count calories, but we can relate to that, because what happens is that when you abuse food or overeat, you damage your metabolism. Your body
undereat too.
Yes, or undereat. Yes, you can. So what happens is your metabolism is probably sluggish right now, so it's not giving you the hunger cues. And I remember eating half a cup of watermelon and a English muffin with a tablespoon of peanut butter and having to force myself to finish it because I was so full. And that's because I didn't have a metabolism yet. So what we did though is you do what's called eating by the clock. So eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner and 2 snacks and portion it all out. And yes, in the beginning, you might be eating even when you're not hungry, but it's about eating by the clock, making sure that you're getting all your meals in. Because if you aren't eating all your meals, eventually you'll either get hungry and overeat or use not eating during the day as an excuse to overeat later, which is what we did.
Yeah, Jessica, you kind of have to retrain your metabolism to reawaken the fire. We love taking what most people generally consider complicated topics or subjects and breaking it down so that we could how we understood it and finally got it and it clicked in our head. So basically, metabolism, a simple story to relate how metabolism works. If you're building a fire in a fireplace or in a fire pit and you want that fire to burn hot and long, you have to throw in a little bit of wood at a time.
Yeah.
If you take, like for instance, for people that overeat or binge eat, if they take a whole block of wood and just dump a huge block of wood on the fire, it's going to put the fire out.
Exactly.
Also, you don't give the fire enough wood, it's going to go out too. You want it burning hot all the time, or as hot as it can burn for the majority of your day. And that means, 2 to 4 hours, a little bit at a time, keeping the fire burning.
Yes. Yeah. That's
which is why,
really good.
And people have been asking about keto. We use carb cycling. So we do our own version of keto a couple days a week. The 2 days after cheat day, we'll do keto because it works. But
it's our own version.
It's our own version. And keto and intermittent fasting are great ways to basically ruin your metabolism. Now they work, but work is in quotation marks because yes, you'll lose weight.
Short periods of time.
Yeah. Keto works awesome. Intermittent fasting works awesome, but short periods of time.
Yes. If you go too long, they're not sustainable.
In our opinion, they're not.
In our experience, because we've literally done every diet that you can think of, and we always failed. It wasn't until we learned about portion control and allowing ourselves treats here and there that we had success.
You know what's funny, going back to the metabolism and fire analogy, I eat more frequently now that I'm 130 pounds less than I did at almost 400 pounds. I eat way more frequently now at 240 than I did at, 380 or whatever I was, close to that. So it's funny, and that mental shift is kind of hard sometimes when you've always viewed food as, I'm going to gain weight. Every time I eat anything, I'm going to gain weight. So eating frequently is a huge shock to the mind and the body, but it works. You just have to stick with it. Keep your body moving as much as you can. Eat small portion meals. We eat, 5 or 6 meals a day. Yep. Move your body, sweat, and you're going to be on the right track.
Yeah. So the friends, we are going to go to the nanny. That means sleep if you're new. My nonna used to tell me that when it was sleep time in Italian. Nanny. So thank you so much to everybody for coming out.
Thank you, everybody, for joining. We had a fun time tonight. We appreciate all the support. We're pushing towards 20,000 subscribers because of you guys, and we can't wait to hit that milestone because you're all a part of it, and we wouldn't be here without you guys. Hey, Lisa, how's it going to all our friends, our old friends and all our new friends? We love you guys.
We do. We love you. So, the peace. Good night. We're out. We'll see you again soon.